Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel Elite Series 25 Dean Ambrose. Includes chair and handheld camera. Excuse me. You can see it's a highly detailed action figure, authentic ring attire. Here we have a nice picture of Dean Ambrose. On the back we have a read-up of Dean Ambrose saying, Dean Ambrose, of course, hailing from Cincinnati. Dean Ambrose had a reputation for being a scrappy battler before his membership in the Shield. But aligning with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins propelled Ambrose into a new level of notoriety. At Survivor Series 2012, they commandeered the ring and left a charging Ryback, battered and bruised. It served notice to all that the group were here to serve justice whenever they felt necessary. We have a live picture of Dean Ambrose. On the bottom we have Seth Rollins, Brodus Clay, Sheamus, Bruno Sammartino, and Sin Cara. Really glad I found this guy, so what I'm going to do now is get him open out of packaging and we'll go on to the rest of the review, so stay tuned, guys. And here we have Dean Ambrose posing out of the packaging. Now let's get a chair out of his hand first of all and get a good 360 of this guy. Already I'm going to say right off the bat he is outdated. If you don't already know this, he is no longer wearing the battle vest or bulletproof vest, the commando vest, whatever you want to call it. He's more wearing the Under Armour no sleeve shirt, but it's his first Elite figure. What are you gonna do? You know, there's customizers out there for a reason. But anyway, going on to Dean Ambrose. He does come with two accessories. Let's go on to the little camera first. It is a really interesting little camera. There's a lot of nice little details on it. Like you can see the little screen is painted, even the lens is painted. There's a little red button on it. The record button. No real way to have him hold this in his hand unless you outstretch his fingers or you just slide it into his hand like that. Yeah, that doesn't really work. And he also does come with this chair, a chair that WWE wants you to know is theirs because it says WWE right here. But it does fold like a steel chair should, and it does fit in his hand rather loosely. Oh well, but going on to some detail, let's have a look at Dean Ambrose. I'm going to say I'm not a fan of that head sculpt. I prefer the basic head sculpt, so expect a head swap of this guy later on. Of course, he's wearing the cargo pants. I'm not sure if he still wears cargo pants or not, but who knows? I don't, that's for sure. But a lot of great detail in his vest. I wish I could go over that more. Just really, really nice detail overall. I wish the seam could be hidden a little better, but what are you gonna do? But like I said, it's just a really great figure. My only complaint is that this head sculpt looks like Val Kilmer rather than Dean Ambrose. And other than that, besides being a little outdated and Val Kilmer's head, I'm okay with this figure. Okay, but going on to his articulation, he has the standard Elite articulation. If you don't know what that is, he has a standard ball joint. He can look up, down, tilt his head, left and right, swivels at the head, can do a full 360. But we don't want to break his neck now, do we? Arms on a ball joint, they go out, do a full 360. They spin at the bicep, bend at the elbow, spin and bend at the wrist. And it's the same for both arms, although the right arm is really stiff. Okay, it's moving a little more. He does have an ab joint under his vest, although it is kind of hard to see because his vest is so thick. And it does not move for anything. But the ab joint is there. I can feel it under his vest. He has a waist swivel. Legs go forward and back. Out. He spins at the thigh. Double jointed in the knees. Spins at the boot. And has really tight ankle joints. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose have the tightest ankles I have ever dealt with on a WWE figure. That's not to say it's bad. they're just really tight. It's really hard to get their feet solid on the ground. But mine have loosened up just a tiny bit. Nothing too spectacular. Not much more to say about Dean Ambrose, so what I'm going to do is go on to my final thoughts, pose them up, and we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight, guys. And so here we have Dean Ambrose posed for my final thoughts, and I actually enjoy this figure a lot, don't get me wrong. The only complaints I have about this particular figure is his head. His head and this camera accessory. It's nice that we got a camera accessory, but what am I going to use it for? And the head, like I said, looks like Val Kilmer, but other than that, I do enjoy this figure a lot. I wish that instead of this camera, we got the United States title, but, you know, by the time they were planning this figure, he wasn't the United States champion. If you can find Dean Ambrose, I'd say pick him up, although it is getting a little harder to pick up Elite figures, because they are running about $19 plus tax nowadays. That's kind of pricey. I actually picked mine up at Kmart where they were having them on sale for like $13. So I couldn't pass that deal up. If you can find them for a good deal, pick them up. They are worth the price you pay for, or he is worth the price you pay for him. If you can find them at a good price, get them. Don't pay scalper fees for them, okay? Just do your best finding them. Find good deals on them. And if you can get them, he's highly articulated and has a lot of great detail on him. So do not pass up on this figure. Go out and find Dean Ambrose. And this is King of Dragons 5000 saying, I will see you later. Take care, YouTube.